reviewing the mod That Weird Feeling. Before we dive in, we need to perform the ritual. Make sure to like and share this video, and together we'll uncover Minecraft's deepest, darkest mysteries. I love how it always puts me in a savannah. I just noticed that because like the last recording I did, which unfortunately is not going to be uploaded, but yeah, the last recording I did, I was in a savannah. So that's kind of funny that it keeps wanting to put me in a savannah. Also, by the way, this mod is only in 1.19.2, so it's not in, like, you know, the Copper Age or any of that stuff, which is kind of unfortunate. But oh well, whatever. I can't wait to see what happens in this mod. It's gonna be pretty interesting, probably. It probably barely adds anything. I also added like a zoom mod, and I also added like a sound physics, because why not? You know, I feel like it makes it more interesting. But also, yeah, I'm wearing my Halloween skin, so this is actually surprisingly one of the few skins I actually made myself. But yeah, it's a Halloween variant of my skin. I have like way too many variants of my skin. I'm also starting to have too many capes too. I know I'm trying to get like the Copper Age cape too. I might stay up through the night just to like make sure we don't miss anything. I doubt there's anything that's gonna happen at night, but I just want to make sure. So this will be the last tree we chop down. Wait a minute, where's all the mobs? Oh crap, I just realized that. There's no mobs. This is where this mod really succeeds. Where so many others fail. Its horror is subtle. You don't notice it at first, until suddenly you do. Moments like that stick with you. This is exactly the kind of restraint I wish more developers would embrace. Because sometimes, less really is more when it comes to horror. Definitely not kidding about that feeling of being alone. But yeah, I'm probably I feel like this is one of those mods that I should probably try to like make a like maybe a watchtower for. So maybe I'll make like a probably like a unique style for it, because like I don't want to be like all those other YouTubers where they have like that, you know, classic watchtower kind of style to the tower and everything. I rather be more unique. So but anyway, as we're doing this, as we're mining like the iron and all that stuff, this is something new I want to do, is like talk about things. I've also noticed like how everyone always treats YouTubers, you know, as like these gods or whatever. Especially like the bigger you are, the more of a god you are apparently. And I just don't like that. I feel like that's stupid, you know, because like everyone's human, you know, everyone makes mistakes, everyone, you know, screws up, things like that. I just find it crazy. They're like, oh, I looked up that to you, and I'm just like, well, they never asked for you to, so why are you getting all upset with them? I might have to get like wheat seeds. I think I might actually have to get wheat seeds to get food. Oh my god, this is not good. There is literally no mobs, look. This is a big area, and there's like nothing. There's just a whole lot of nothing. So I'm gonna have to make a hoe. Yeah, as I was saying though, it's about to turn night. Which I'm guessing no mobs are gonna spawn at night either. Oh, there's more iron over there. Is there any coal? I need coal though. I will make myself a stone sword just in case. I'm starting to wonder if I'm gonna need it though. Oh, there's some coal. Oh, there's some more coal. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. We got some coal now. We probably won't be able to like decorate a house tonight, but we could probably start with like a box and then decorate that box afterwards, and then turn it into like a tower eventually. So yeah, we're gonna have to find like a decent location. Probably like a flat area, like maybe over here. Make sure to comment down below your rating of this mod. I would love to hear about it. But yeah, like I said though, I don't like when people are like, oh yeah, it was all the creators, you know, oh they're these gods and everything, and no, they're normal people. You know, stop treating them like as if they're something more or whatever. They're not something more, I can tell you that for sure. I need to make a door. Place this door right here. I might temporarily just put cobblestone here where the windows are supposed to go. Just for now. So that way no baby zombies can get in, just in case there are mobs. So I guess we'll start smelting that. And then I guess I'll just put this up. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, this also means that I can't get wool, which means I cannot, you know, sleep through the nights. Oh crap. There's nothing. Holy. Yeah, this is definitely kind of eerie. What was that? I swore I just thought I saw something over there. I guess not. Okay. Like, literally, there is nothing. That is crazy. Not even a sheep. I'm trying to, like, see if I can spot anything, but no, there's nothing. Okay. I guess we'll go. Oh, kidding me. Oh, there's more coal, though. We can go get that. But yeah, food is definitely gonna be a problem. But yeah, like I was saying though, YouTubers are not like gods. Like I can tell you that, because like for example, I'm a YouTuber. You know, you're watching me. I'm a human being. I've made mistakes, done things I'm not proud of. I've also done some really good things. I've done some really bad things. You know, that's why I don't think it's a good thing to view people that way. You should never look, you know, view people as like gods and everything. I guess we'll set up our farm over here, maybe. Damn, that's crazy deep how deep that goes. So we'll just create a farm out here, I guess. And let's just hope that that'll be enough. I thought something was following me for a second. Feels like my footsteps are a little off. Maybe that's just me. This mod does everything right when it comes to unsettling the player without ever feeling like it's trying too hard. It makes you question what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and even what you should trust. That growing sense of paranoia is exactly what makes it work. And in this case, that paranoia is a good thing. Yeah, we're gonna take some sand to make some windows. Like, I find it crazy too how people believe YouTubers don't deserve any privacy and everything, and I'm like, dude, that's just crazy. A YouTuber should deserve just as much privacy as you. And if you think, you know, and if you don't care about privacy personally, there are people out there that do care about privacy, and You gotta, you know, think of others. And some people be like, oh, that means you have something to hide. Well, like, sure, because as a human being, we all have things we want to like hide or don't want to, you know, talk about or things like that or whatever. We want to keep it to ourselves. You know, that's what privacy is all about. You're not gonna just walk into somebody's room all the time. Like, that's just messed up. That's why I think, you know, it's just crazy how they're like, oh, YouTubers don't deserve privacy because they put themselves out there. Like, yeah, they put themselves out there, but it doesn't mean that they don't want privacy. You know, it's a normal thing as a human being to want privacy. And one thing I'm gonna say to you guys too is, like, you know, whatever I'm not sharing in my videos, more than likely I don't want to talk about. And I know that because of me saying that, there's gonna be people that do that. And if you do that, just know I have no respect for you. And another thing I also want to say too is, like, you know, I've had times where people are like, there's like a YouTuber that, yeah, messed up really bad, like, but people are like, oh, they can't come back from it or whatever. But like, they do change. Like, you can tell that they changed. You know what I mean? Like, they did all this work and everything to become a better person. Like, nobody gives them another chance to become a better person. Because everyone always believes, oh, you know, once you do a bad thing, you're a bad person forever. That's it. Which is, like, that's kind of just screwed up. It's kind of like cooking, you know? So, when you first cook a batch of mac and cheese or whatever, and everything, then it comes out starchy, you know? Are you gonna make it starchy again, or are you gonna learn from that? That's literally the same thing. So it's literally all about learning, you know? If the person's willing to learn and they learn and everything and try to do better, they're gonna start doing better, you know? So that's why I feel like, you know, especially if the person proves that they're trying to become a better person, or they're you know, they're working on themselves, I feel like that should be celebrated. I don't believe punishing creates a lot of good. I feel like punishing creates more bad than good, majority of the time. Like, sometimes, yes, it can create good. Like, there are times. But a good chunk of times, it doesn't. Because, like, the thing is, like, if you look at pain, pain spreads. Pain, suffering, you know, sadness, depression. That stuff spreads. It spreads like wildfire. You know, and if you do, like, for example, if you do something or whatever to hurt somebody, that's gonna spread. That person's not gonna sit there and just deal with it themselves. No, they're going to spread those feelings to other people, which means they're gonna hurt people and everything, which is why I don't, you know, that's why I don't respect, you know, that stuff. Because if you look at countries that do, like, for example, like redeeming programs or whatever, like, they're cautious, which is good. You know, you should be cautious even when you set a system like that up, because not every system's perfect. But you should, of course, at the same time, you know, like, give them a chance to better themselves, you know? Because if you give them that chance, they're less likely to actually hurt more people. In those countries that do implement those features or whatever, you see lower crime rates and everything. Like, the US is one of the few countries that doesn't even do, like, the redeeming thing, and there's, like, a few countries in, I believe, Europe and, like, other areas where their crime rates are so low, which is just mind-boggling, like, how well it works. Oh my god, there's not even fish. That's crazy. But, like, the world is very complex. Like, I can tell you, it's very complex. I've seen how complex the world is. There's never one system that works. It's better to, like, layer systems. And the thing is, too, most people naturally try to fit in. You know, that's just how people work. You know, they try to fit in. And the only reason we really have a lot of, you know, people that are not sometimes the greatest people is mainly because they grew up in hard times and surrounded by people that are also having hard times. And normally when you have hard times, like I said, like how pain spreads, they spread that pain. And the only way for people to not do those things is the people that are not blind to it, you know, like that can open their eyes and see it. Because I know there are people out there that don't, like, that have suffered a lot but have never done anything bad in like almost their entire life or whatever. And it's not easy to have your eyes open. Anybody that has those skills, I envy. That would be, like, really nice to have, to be able to see things that I'm doing that, you know, is not that great and everything. My eyes are more open than they were before, so I do I am a lot better than I was in the past. There have been things I've done in the past that I'm not proud of. But the thing is, that's everybody. Everybody's done something that they're not proud of, so sometimes we'll just, don't believe in kindness, which I guess makes some sense, though, because sometimes kindness is hard. Like, you can almost never see the spread of kindness, but you can always see the spread of, harm. Because the harm spreading is very easy, and not only that, there's also the fact that we're very focused on negativity as a species, very, like, in tuned with negativity. But when there is kindness, we tend to not notice it or ignore it and everything. And oh my god, my hunger. And you can call me, like, you could say, oh yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, you've never seen the world or whatever crap and stuff like that, and you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. That's your belief, you can believe that, whatever. Because, like, I've experienced these things. A lot of the things I talk about are things that I've actually experienced. Because, like I said, I've had friends, where they're like, oh, I want to change, but I don't know how, and things like that, and they've done horrible things, and all their friends, left them. But I went to them, and I'm like, okay, I see that you're willing to change. I will help you. But if you go back to what you're doing, I'm probably going to stop talking to you. And then they're like, okay. And then afterwards, they get their act together. Especially if you give them the chance. Like, especially if you see that door is open where they can redeem themselves. Where they're, like, because of the fact that they're willing. Not because of the fact that what they did is not so bad. No, it's because of the fact that they're willing to change. They're willing to change, that's when that door opens, that they could redeem themselves. And that's, I think, the most amazing thing ever, especially when you notice it and you can actually improve a person's life and everything. And that's one of the things I find is crazy, even when you yourself do something bad and you redeem yourself, that's an incredible feeling. But also at the same time, if you redeem somebody else, that's also an incredible feeling. Because one of the things I want to say is revenge never, it never fulfills you. It just makes you suffer more. And that's probably too why none of us get anywhere in the world, is because of the fact that not only can we not care for ourselves, but we can't care for each other. The important thing is we gotta care for ourselves and we gotta care for each other to make a real difference. Sorry for this getting very deep for a Minecraft video, but yeah, I feel like it was something really important to talk about. And yes, there are also people out there that are not ever gonna change or don't plan on changing and stuff like that. And yeah, if that's the case, then oh well, for them. But for those that do, like, I feel like that they're the ones that definitely deserve your help, because they're better people, The people that actually worry about what they do, if it's wrong or good or whatever, those are people that you should help. People that that do horrible things, but then realize the extent of what they did, want to try to better themselves, they put in an effort and everything. Like, that's something that should be celebrated, I actually don't even know how I'm gonna edit this video, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm staying in this house. Why am I even staying in this house? There's nothing that spawns. Is there even any mobs in this cave? There's no mobs in this cave. What the hell? There is literally no mobs. Oh my god. This world is so empty. Just saw red eyes. What the? Did I wait? Wait, what? Did that dirt block just, like, get played? What the hell is going on? Hey, I don't. Oh, oh, I think I see mobs spawning in and disappearing. You know what? No, nah. I think I'm good. Nope, 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 nope. This mod does a really good job at escalating the tension while still keeping its vibe intact. Honestly, it feels like a master class in how to make a horror mod. And yeah, I'll definitely be taking some notes for myself. It's kept me unsettled, a little paranoid, and at times genuinely scared. Mostly because there's no clear enemy. The mod leaves that up to your imagination. And nothing is more terrifying than the player's own imagination. Not doing that. Not messing with that. We're gonna put some torches around this base so that way my house is well lit. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna. So yeah, this area is definitely well lit now. I'm slowly going hungry. Wait, was that dirt block there before? I don't remember that being there. I can see that. Okay, so I wasn't seeing. What the hell? I can see the mobs just spawn in and then disappear. The weirdest thing ever. I don't like that, to be honest. I think that makes this more unsettling. Because you see them spawn and then you see them disappear. I just saw that. It was like creepers and spiders and all that over there. And they just disappeared. I don't like that. Oh, there was a zombie that just spawned there and disappeared. I don't like this. I actually don't. I don't even know if I should make a sword because, like, I feel like making a sword would be stupid. I should probably go to my farm because, like, I'm slowly starving to death. Crazy. Okay, I got one piece of wheat. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Could go over here, I guess. Like, start exploring over here, see what there is over here. Yeah, giant cave, holy crap. Well, I guess I can go up here, I guess, to get some iron. Damn, there's a lava pool just right there. Oh, it's raining. Okay, so we got some more iron. Like, how am I supposed to feed myself when there's no... What the hell?